victory against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Who did beat the Skins this week?
Yes, they did. We predicted that one.
Yep.
We did predict that one. So, what do y'all think about this one?
Well, I like it's two teams that are quite similar if you look at the way they play. The Cowboys can struggle against the pass, so can the Falcons. They're both prolific running the football, and they're both pretty good at stopping the run. It all just comes down to who can make more plays at key times. Now, this game is in Dallas, and we all know how Dallas fans are. Giants did go in there week 2 to get a W, and that was a terrific game, and we all watched it. Matty Ice had a terrific game Sunday night, beat the Bears. I think he's going to continue that into Dallas, although it's going to have to be a much more high-scoring affair here against the Cowboys. And I think Tony Romo and Miles Austin are going to continue what they have going against so Kansas City.
One thing about, let's go and compare this Atlanta Falcons team to, I hate to sound like it, but to the old school, not old school, but recently, the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, think about it, their big three, the big four really. They had, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James, Dallas Clark. What does the Atlanta Falcons have this year? The same blueprint. Mm-hmm. Roddy White, Michael Turner, Matt Ryan, and Tony Gonzalez. Mm-hmm. It's the same team. If you look at it, the same blueprint. Now, Mike Smith, very good coach, and spent his days in Jacksonville, probably took it away from the Colts and stuff. But you know what? They've made it work for them, and if it works for a certain team, it can work for any team. And I think with Matt Ryan coming in here, his first 2 seasons being one of the great quarterbacks, has the potential to probably be one of the greatest that ever played this game. First pass in the NFL was a touchdown. Not a lot of people can say that. So, I could go ahead and, I'm just going to say, just one, without a shadow of a doubt, Matt Ryan and the Falcons are probably one of the elite teams this year. And they may not be undefeated, but of course, you see it takes luck to be undefeated. The Colts got lucky, the Broncos have gotten lucky, Minnesota's gotten lucky twice. So it takes luck and it takes a little bit of skill to do it also. In this game, I do have to say that it will be the Dallas Cowboys who lose this game.
At home, you like the Cowboys to get beat? That's a hostile environment.
I know it's a hostile environment. I just think that, without a shadow of a doubt, I think the Cowboys lose this game. They may be at home, like you had mentioned, but I think the Atlanta Falcons have proven they can win on the road. They won at Candlestick. They've beaten teams they're supposed to beat, and I think this is one of those weeks. One thing about the Atlanta Falcons, though, just another side note, they got to play 4 straight games with teams coming off a bye week. Started with the Bears last week. They got to face the Cowboys now. I forgot who they play next week. They have 4 straight games. Oh, and I think it's New Orleans after that, and then the Giants, all coming off of bye weeks, and they're all going to be doing it. All these teams have 2 weeks to prepare.
Honestly, I'm going to look forward to that Atlanta-New Orleans game.
Yes,
yes, it's going to be terrific.
Because these two teams, these two will be fighting it out for the NFC South crown.
Yes.
Now, right now, New Orleans had the inside track on it. That was a big win against the Giants. But like I said, the New Orleans Saints. Recently I wrote a blog about these Saints. It was called Sensational, and I called this team the scariest team in the NFL to play. And if you saw what they did to the Giants, you'll know why.
One thing, go ahead and talk about that one. The tangent from the Cowboys and Falcons. Yes. But the Saints, they're so scary. Drew Brees yesterday completed a touchdown pass to 7 different receivers. That's unheard of. It's just something like, even Tom Brady couldn't do this. That's just something like when Tom Brady, they went 18-1. That's something he couldn't do in a single game. And for Drew Brees to do it against a great defense like the Giants, it just really makes that case for MVP this year.
Exactly. And one of the things that the Saints have been missing for so many years, and I know they've been, the back end of many jokes about, was their defense.
Yeah.
With the inclusion of Darren Sharper, at the free safety spot, it's like they're able to do anything now on defense. They have an attitude about themselves.
It's that new swagger that they have.
Exactly.
They come in, they know they can beat you, and they're going to do everything they can to make just completely embarrass you.
Exactly, and that should be attributed to Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator for
right.
the Saints. Now, this team is, to me, if you pit them against the Minnesota Vikings, I'm sorry, Vikings fans. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty.
Well, it's not going to be pretty for any team that squares off with the Saints at this point.
True.
The way they're going, they're showing a great ability to not only throw the football, but to run it too.
Right.
I think at last count it was 166 per.
Yeah.
And that can be attributed straight to the offensive line. Last count, last game, the Giants had only 2 hits on Breeze, no sacks, and like 3 plays for loss. So that just tells you how great the offensive line is really playing. And on the defensive side, they are blitzing about 60% of the time, and the majority of them are on first and second down run blitzes, and that gets them to third and long, and that leaves that leaves the opposing quarterback into rough situations to where they can almost just pin their ears back and rush the passer because they know you're going to have to pass, and that's where the Giants got in trouble. Yeah. They're left in situations like that. To a certain extent, teams may be able to get past that, and those are the elite of the elite quarterbacks.
Right.
But you're still going to struggle at times.
All right, when we come back, we'll discuss a little bit of SFA football along with our picks. All right, welcome back. We're just going to go a quick recap. We're going to do our finishing touches off of here before we get to a very special subject, which should be near and dear to everybody's heartstrings here at the school.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to go ahead and recap. We're going to make our picks. Pick who you're going to win and what score you're going to go with. So we're going to start off with the Vikings at the Steelers. Doug, what do you got?
I think it's going to be a hard, tough battle. Both teams are going to struggle running the football. I like the Steelers in this one, 21-17.
Brandon?
The Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Pittsburgh Steelers, 28-21.
I'm going to go with the, as crazy as it sounds, I'm going with the Steelers as well. But I think it's going to be a lot worse than people are thinking right now. I think it's going to be a 31-17 victory.
Wow, that's some high scoring, guys. All right, let's move on to the next game.
We got Bears at the Bengals. Brandon, lead us off.
Boy, the Bears at the Bengals, like I said, I think that the Cincinnati Bengals will win this one. It will not be a high-scoring affair in this one. You know what? I'm going to say 10-7.
10-7, that's an awfully low scoring game.
No.
All right.
Two extremes.
All right, this is Jay Cutler's coming out party on the road. I like the Dogs. Give me the Bears, 21-13.
I'm going to go ahead and, go with the Bengals in this one. The Bengals are going to win this game. I think it's going to be 21-17. So that's going to be a very good game for us to watch.
All right, we have a special pick here. We have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys. We have a special person here, Sarah Nichols. Would you mind coming into the picture right quick?
What is it?
This is the range. This is the range. Just lean down, say hey to everybody, say hey to the world.
Hey world.
All right, we have the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons this week. Who do you pick?
I'm going with Cowboys because I'm from Dallas and that's my team.
All right.
Short, sweet,
to the
point.
Give us a score?
To the point.
No. I don't know. I just know that we win by a lot.
All right.
So
Well,
That's good insight from me.
Yeah, it's a good expert pick.
I'm looking at this game, and I'm believing that the Atlanta Falcons are going to take out the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is not from personal feelings. I'm actually looking at at the body of work. The Dallas Cowboys did not prove a lot to me when they played the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and I still believe that the Atlanta Falcons will beat them. I'll say 35-17.
Oof. Wow, you guys have an awfully large amount of confidence in a second-year quarterback. I'm taking the Cowboys in this one. I know it's hard. I like the Cowboys to win this one, 28-24.
I'm going with the Falcons to win this game, yes, in the Cowboy Stadium. and it's going to be closer. I think it's going to be 24-21.
All right. And in a little